Perfectly cooked pan-roasted chicken with crispy skin, foie gras and Madeira Royale. Sweet, bitter, and spicy leaves, Gras. This is delicious, refined, and luxurious, but very simple to make. So we're going to begin with our foie gras and Madeira Royale. Add 2 whole eggs, 70 grams of foie gras, and 70 grams of chicken livers. It also helps to keep your chicken livers in milk overnight in the fridge. It will remove any bitter or gamey flavor. Next, we're going to add a little bit of Madeira. You can substitute the Madeira for brandy or cognac, something like that. Now add 500 milliliters of warm whole milk, not hot, not cold, salt, and a little bit of white pepper, and then mix well. Pass through a fine sieve or chinois. And now we're going to prepare a container for steaming the Royale. Circle, square, or rectangular molds work just fine. Put about 2 or 3 layers of plastic around the whole container and make sure it is flat as possible. Make a small incision on one side and we're going to place the container inside of our steamer tray. Now we're going to gently pour in the liquid. So we're just going to pour in about 1 centimeter's worth or just over 1/4 of an inch. Cover with a bit more plastic, put the lid on, and we're going to steam for about 5 minutes. Now if you're making multiple molds, the best way to do it is to weigh each one and make sure it's the exact same weight, and then you'll have the exact same thickness, obviously if the mold is the same size. After about 5 minutes, it should firm up, and then you should put it directly into the fridge. And when it's cold, it will firm up a little bit more. So now we're just going to take a cutter and make a nice clean cut. If you're doing multiple plates at once, it's better to have a larger container. Cook it at once, chill them all at the same time, and then just cut out of the same container. So we're going to flip it over onto some wax paper, and we're going to remove the plastic, put it on a tray, cover with another piece of paper, and keep this in the fridge until we're ready to plate. So now we're just going to break down our chicken. I have another video with a bit more detail, but all you really need to know is to take out the wishbone, which makes removing the breasts much more easier, and with a lot less waste. So it comes out in one piece, and now we're just going to tuck in some extra skin, because we want the extra skin for the breasts. We're going to make a small cut on each side. We're going to flip over the chicken, pop out the bones, and then we're going to turn the chicken on the side. Take your sharp knife, just follow the carcass, slip right under that little bone there, and the leg will just come off like that. So we remove both legs, and now it's time to remove the breasts. So I want to take care to preserve the skin. We're going to make one small cut right along the keel bone before we go deeper, and then simply follow the keel bone until you lift off the breast. So once you remove the breasts, just make a small cut around where the drumette and wing are, and it should come off easy. Season the chicken well on both sides, but maybe a bit more salt on the skin side. Now take your hot pan, a bit of neutral oil, spread the oil around, make sure the oil is hot, and now we're going to place our chicken breast skin side down. And you don't want to touch this for at least a couple of minutes. So in this case, about 5 minutes later, we have some beautiful color. We're just going to flip the breast over, throw in some butter and rosemary, or any herb of your choice, some garlic, and we're going to baste. You want to watch the color of the butter carefully. When it's dark brown like this, it's perfect. But if it gets any darker, if it starts to get black, that's too far. So the way to prevent this is if your butter is getting too dark, throw in a bit more butter. So it's been about 7 minutes at this point. We're going to check our chicken breast. Insert a skewer or cake tester into the thick part of the breast. And when it's warm, not hot, not cold, we're going to take it out. This chicken breast is going to continue to cook. We're going to let it rest for about another 5 minutes. Place in some aluminum foil with a little bit of the cooking juices. Now we're going to start plating. So we have a couple of mustard leaves, we have some cilantro, rocket, we have 2 types of radish, and we have baby gem flags. And at the last moment, we're going to take some brown mushrooms and slice them thinly on the mandolin. You want to lightly wash the outside of the mushrooms before you do this because we're serving them raw. And now we're just going to cut all the nice looking slices the same size, throw them in with the salad, And right before serving, we're going to dress with just a little bit of vinegar, tiny bit of olive oil. And now we're going to gently place our Royale onto the plate. You want to be careful, these are very delicate. And then maybe take a spatula and smooth out any areas that are a weird shape. So, our chicken breast has rested, the skin is still crispy, and the style of portioning is for about 2 or 3 people. So we've just dressed our salad, and you don't want to add anything to the salad until right before you start plating. Otherwise the leaves will wilt and the mushrooms will change color. So now we're going to build a little salad on top of the Royale. We want to try and get all of the leaves, mushrooms, and radishes sticking up or in different directions. So we put our chicken portion on the plate as well, some rosemary flowers on top because they're in season, and then right before you serve it, or right at the table even, you should add the sauce at the last minute. You can have it in a sauce boat perhaps and then pour it right in front of your guest. Juicy chicken, perfectly cooked, crispy skin, beautiful color. We have a super delicate and rich foie gras and Madeira Royale, some fresh salad with sweet, spicy, and bitter leaves, mushrooms, and that wonderful jus gras. I have other videos on the jus gras and more details about how to cook a chicken in the pan perfectly. I will add the links at the end of the video. This is a great dish to make whether in a professional kitchen or at a private function. A lot of the elements of this dish can be prepared in advance and be put together very easily. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Stay tuned for more videos just like this, and as always, happy cooking!